Yo, what's going on everybody? It's your boy Nico here, and in today's video we have another small tasteful mod we're going to be doing to my 2024 Audi SQ5 Prestige. So everybody, if you watched my previous video, you know I showed you how to permanently delete auto start stop, which, I mean, a lot of y'all really enjoyed that video, and so far it's been working great for the past couple weeks. For my next tasteful, simple mod, I'm going to be hardwiring my dash cam and my radar detector. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and hop inside here. Alright everybody, so if you can see here, I actually already did a hardwire install on just my radar detector. It was a really simple install, kind of like how this is going to be, so I really didn't see the need of making a whole YouTube video on it. But I decided, well, I do have a dash cam from my old camera that I wanted to put in here, but same idea, I don't want to have a wire coming down to this cigarette port down here. So I was doing some research and I found that there is a place on eBay, I'm going to link it down below, but they sell these pre-made install harnesses that you can option to, you know, type C or, you know, RJ11 for your radar detector, etc. So the option I selected is the two-way. So pretty much right here we have a type C, which we're going to use for my actual dash cam, and then we have the RJ11, which is what my unit in R8 uses. Got a Blue Jay hanging out. I'm saying what's up. But yeah, ready to go ahead and give a basic rundown. Pretty much we got to access up here. If you can see where this wire comes already, that's where I will hardwire just the radar detector by itself. Obviously I have a separate mount here that just mounts behind the mirror, but I've already done this before, so should be pretty simple. But to help you guys out, pretty much it's kind of just, you need like a trim tool. You might get away with like a flathead, but you might risk damaging either the plastic piece itself or scratching up your windshield, or if you have tint, etc. So just be very careful, but pretty much these just clip into place, so you just pry it down. Speaking of which, I actually lost my trim tool, so I'm gonna have to do exactly what I told you guys just not to do, but alright, so I was actually able to go ahead and find my trim tool. It is kind of massive, but I mean, it works. But pretty much they're just, again, tabs on each side, so you just want to get up in there and just pry around in there. It will eventually pop off kind of like this, and you just got to keep going around and pull and squeeze that out. Alright, so remember this cover goes in this way with that little indent, so just make sure you remember that. Now, as you guys can see, where I tapped in this previous setup, this wasn't a pre-made adapter. That was literally just tapped into existing wires. So what I will say is if you guys want to do that, I will link also this kit in the description below if you want literally just for a radar detector. Only thing that sucks about that is you have to actually manually, you know, tap that into your existing wiring. But this kit below that I'm installing today, I believe they do have an option for just one instead of doing like the two-way for like a, you know, dash cam and a radar detector. I believe they have one that is just for a radar detector. And again, it's a pre-made adapter, so you won't have to worry about tapping anything. Next on the list, really just want to first just get this mirror kind of out the way. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen my radar detector mount, kind of let this get out the way. Next, there's going to be this little extra piece, kind of same thing. You might have to use two hands. I got one with the camera right now, but to kind of pry this out of the way. But it is just, you know, flexible plastic, so I mean, should be able to just get it out of there, but be very careful with this also. Help you guys out as well. Same thing, this goes that way, so just remember that. Theory basically sits like this when it's all mounted together. Now, next what we're going to do, there is this connector piece right here. Pretty much this is just going to come out, and then we're going to hook up our adapter. Now, before I unplug my current setup, I'm just going to make sure that this adapter actually fits. This is the 8-pin version. I am like 99.9% sure that is what this needs, so we're going to go ahead and give it a shot. Alright, so right now I have the adapter plugged in on both ends, and I just hooked up the RJ, not this one, this is from the old wiring I had, but for the new adapter. I'm going to go ahead and just turn on accessory and just see if it powers up. As we can see, we do got power, so it looks like the adapter is working. So obviously when you're unplugging stuff, working with wiring, you do not want the car on at all. It's actually preferred to have the battery unplugged. I just like to live dangerously. But the point I'm getting at here is just make sure after you test, just turn off the car, open your door so it completely just resets everything, and you should be good. So now that I know that it works, I'm going to unplug it from the radar detector. Next, I'm going to unplug all the old wiring I had, which actually I believe some of it might have already popped out actually. So we might be good there. Now lastly, this is where it's going to get a little interesting, and by interesting I actually mean a little bit annoying. As you can see, this kit does come with a lot of wire. So with that being said, you want to make sure that you either I'm actually not sure I'm going to tackle this yet. I might try and use one of the zip ties it had already, kind of zip tie it all together underneath the trim piece. But there is this big bulky, what I assume to be like which I believe is a transformer. Yeah, it transforms it down from 12 volt down to 5 volt. So two ways you can go about this. I'm going to first try to just basically tuck all of this in here and put the trim back on. If that doesn't work or doesn't go back into place, then might have to just leave the excess wire out, and then maybe just tuck the excess wire up in the headliner and just maybe get like a little piece of like 3M double-sided and just kind of put it up here hidden away so you really can't see it. Fiddling with it for a couple minutes now, I was able to go ahead and get that one smaller piece back in here, the piece that this here attaches to. What I'm going to try to do now is I'm going to try and wrap some of this cord up with one of these little kind of tie things that the kit came with. Bundle it up right here in this kind of little bit of empty space, and then hopefully that will hold all the wiring underneath the trim piece. This is the angle of attack I had to end up doing. Basically, every wire behind this transformer does fit in here, but this piece itself does not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get just a piece of double-sided tape, basically going to tape it up here, hidden just right next to this trim piece. Then from there, we should be pretty much set. Now, while I'm at it, I'm actually going to figure out a spot where I'm actually going to go ahead and put my dash cam. This is a Viafo dash cam. I actually had this pre-installed on my other daily driver, which was my Nissan Pathfinder. I did already make a review on this video, but I will link this in the description below as well. This is just a one-way camera. It only does outside, forward-facing. You could probably, I believe you could get like a splitter on this and have an add-on a rear view camera that goes to the back, but I only just have the front for right now. I'm just trying to find where I want to put this, because the thing is, since this is 3M, I don't want to put it on my windshield directly because it does have tint. So if I ever want to remove this, then I'm pretty much screwed. It's gonna rip my tint. I thought about putting it just directly attached onto my, dash cam, or not my dash cam, my radar detector right here, but then that'd just be too much going on right there. So I think what I'm going to do is, there is this very back trim piece. I think I'm just going to attach it to that. So we're going to see how that looks. Alrighty, so unfortunately this has lost its stickiness from the old car, which honestly makes sense. So I'm going to run up to the store real quick, get some 3M, and then we'll catch back up. I did go ahead and get this back in its position and then also plugged it in. I'm going to go ahead and test and just make sure it works really quick. Well, start the car and make sure at the same time at least. Alrighty, so you can see we have power to my radar detector. Car is on and running, so we are good there. So it's obviously safe to assume that this also has power going to it, obviously. But unfortunately, I gotta go get some more 3M tape for both this piece here as well as the actual dash cam. Right, so I went ahead and got some 3M tape. I'm gonna go ahead and add some to this base plate again for my dash cam. I'm gonna go ahead and install it back here, and then we should be good to go. All right, everybody, so I have my dash cam fully mounted up. The wiring, could be a little bit better if I was able to tuck a little bit more in at the top here, but realistically, as long as it's not dragging down here and taking up all these ports, I could care less. So everybody, again, I will link the kit I use in the description below for the actual adapter itself. If you guys want, I'll also link the Uniden R8 and my dash cam down there as well. But yeah, this makes this whole setup look so much cleaner that it's just hardwired in and you don't have to worry about it. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.